As you might know, Shanghai was in lockdown. Like in Germany, almost all my friends and family there have spent a lot of time on cooking. Here are some photos from them. I also asked my mom to show you how to make a very fancy soup, which used to be served only once a year during my childhood time, on Chinese New Year's Eve. The raw materials include sea cucumber, pig trotter, tofu, various green vegetables. So when I was a child, we were very poor. Everything was in shortage. There was no way we could afford this food on a regular basis. My grandmom needed to save and plan for this big soup for more than 1 month ahead. Now, this is of course not a problem anymore. However, you will see, the whole preparation is just too long, too complicated, too time energy consuming. So I have it intensively when I visit my home in Shanghai. I only have had this soup either made by my mom or earlier by my grandmother. So I will just call this soup Tante's Spring Festival Soup. This is yam cut into small pieces, sea cucumber and shepherd's pears all in small pieces, tofu in cubics, smoked tofu, now ginger and scallion. These are pre-cooked pig trotter meat. Before making this soup or this video, my mom cooked separately a pig trotter soup earlier in the morning. Turn up the heat to maximum. After your wok is heated, now some oil. Some salt.
姜末、葱丝，先把姜末放进去。
Get ginger in first. Stir fry a little bit. Once it sends out a nice aroma, then scallion. Although we cannot see what's really exactly going on in the wok, but here you can feel that my mom adding quite a decent amount of oil earlier. Same. Wait until scallion heated in oil and sending out nice aroma. My mom's going to add in those pre-cooked trotter meat. If you see very carefully, there are some bamboo shoots in the plate as well.
就是刚刚介绍的肉丝、肉丁肉丝。
Next step, yam. You have to keep yam in water when it's not being used. Otherwise, those lovely white pieces will be oxidized and turn into dark color. Not pretty anymore. So my mom just went in to drain the water and now put the yam into the wok. Now it's time for those sea cucumbers also into the wok. Rice wine to take away sea cucumbers' gamey smell. Smoked tofu. Do you remember? My mom made pig trotter soup in the morning. Now she is going to pour the broth into the wok.
把这个汤全部倒进去。
You see the big bone of the pig feet? I think the phase 1 now is done. Put the lid back on and leave it to cook for about half an hour. When the yam is done, phase 1 is done. Okay, entering phase 2. Put in green vegetables. First step, shepherd's pears. chopsticks, swipe and spread greens in the soup, taking out trotter bones, bamboo shoots. Those are too old, too chewy to eat, but it's nice to get its flavor in the soup. Very tender tofu, get in. Even to my surprise, now cucumber small pieces in. In a separate bowl, my mom put in, I think, 3 tablespoons sweet potato starch, mix in with some tap water, and stir until it's completely mixed. The very last final step, the soup in the wok now is completely done. So my mom will slowly pour the starch water into the wok and swirl around to let the soup thicken. Oh, last step, turn off the heat and some sesame oil. This was indeed a very big portion, but it was prepared to serve 3 families, my parents and 2 neighboring families next door. It is actually very hard for you to imagine how great the soup smells. All of them could not wait. They really enjoyed, but forgot to take a final photo of serving. Partly because it is really difficult to get all the ingredients here in Frankfurt, partly also due to the amount of efforts. I myself never tried to make this soup. But you know, if you ask my mom, I bet she will say, "What is so complicated? Step by step, all you need is just time." You know, I guess she's right.